Hello students, today we are going to talk about strategy formulation, which is a topic in strategic management and business ethics. So strategy formulation is formulating long-term plan of the company to achieve long-term growth of the company. So strategies help to motivate employees. It gives direction to the company's activities. So, some major issues are there with business organizations. They have to fulfill the social responsibilities towards their stakeholders and towards society. And managers also have to take decision making, which is lawful, moral, and honest decisions. They have to be ethical, and also the strategy helps the employees to follow the common culture of the organization. So all the employees will get to follow what is the common behavior, common values, common beliefs of an organization. So organizational strategy can be followed by all the employees. Organizational culture can be followed by all the employees when a strategy has been formulated by the organization. So, the first type of strategy that we will see is the corporate level strategy. This is also known as the master strategy. This is to achieve the long term goals of the organization. So, what are the different types of corporate level strategy? Expansion strategy, stability, retrenchment, and combination strategies. So, corporate strategies are very important for business organizations. It helps them to focus on their core competencies. That means it helps them to focus in those areas where the company is very strong. Also, the corporate strategy helps to measure the progress of the organization. The organization can measure their performance, and also corporate strategy helps to achieve the long-term success of the organization. Corporate strategy also helps the organization to make optimum use of scarce resources, to motivate their employees, and to handle emergencies that arise in the market, and to plan for an uncertain future, because the business environment is highly dynamic. It keeps on changing. But there are some limitations to this corporate level strategy. It's a very complicated process and time consuming process. It involves a lot of time, effort, and money, and usually companies will hire expensive consultants. And the strategy that is formulated is for the uncertain future, so the future is very difficult to predict. Sometimes the strategies of the companies can get go wrong, and also after formulating the corporate strategies, implementing it also is difficult. They may not get the desired results. So, what are the various types of corporate strategies? We have expansion strategy, stability, retrenchment, and combination strategy. These are the different types of corporate strategies. So, expansion is nothing but growth of the organization. This is a very common strategy followed by most organizations to survive in the competitive environment. So they want to sustain, they want to achieve their long term goals, so they go for expansion or growth strategies. So they achieve economies of scale, that is they expand their production capabilities, they want to bring down their costs, increase their profits. For all these reasons they can go for expansion strategy. So expansion strategy is suitable when there is the environmental factors require that the company should increase their market share. When the environmental factors are favorable, so a company needs to increase their market share. When they want to beat their competitors, when they want to scale up their operations and get more profits, then the company can go for expansion strategy. So different types of expansion strategy is concentration, diversification, integration, internationalization, and cooperative strategies. Concentration strategy is a very intensive type of strategy where the company wants to increase its revenue and sales. They try to introduce new innovative products. They want to increase their market share. So different types of concentration strategy is market penetration, where the company tries to aggressively advertise their products and increase their market share, like how Coca-Cola did. Aggressively, they advertised their rupee 5 Coca-Cola using Amir Khan as their brand ambassador. The second type of concentration strategy is market development, where the company develops new markets for their existing products. They find new channels of distribution. Like, for example, Starbucks, they used to sell their coffee beans in their own coffee shops, but now they have started selling them in other grocery stores also. The third type of concentration strategy is product development, where the company tries to launch new products in existing markets for their existing customers. So they want to use their existing capabilities and start a new product line. So, like how Coca-Cola, they wanted to compete with Rasna and they introduced Sunfill, which was a rupee 5 drink. So, like this, the concentration strategies are developed by companies. So, what are the advantages of following concentration strategy? The company need not make much changes in their organizational structure. They can use their existing organizational structure itself. They can, by focusing on a particular area of business, they will become experts in that. They will gain in depth knowledge, and the disadvantages of concentration strategy is that the environment is uncertain, external environment is highly uncertain, always changing, it's dynamic. So, the company focusing only on their existing products is not good because existing products will become outdated, then this will affect the company's performance. And concentration strategy requires lot of investment. They have to invest for advertising, they have to invest for capital equipment. So these are the disadvantages of concentration strategy. Then next we come to diversification strategy, where the company diversifies or enters new areas of business. So they want to explore new lines of business. So they'll require new capabilities, new competencies. They may have to change their production process. So best example is Reliance, how they started with textiles, then they moved into telecommunication. They diversified into organized retail, like that. Same way, ITC expanded into FMCG, which was a related diversification. Then they expanded into hotels, which was an unrelated diversification. So there are two types of diversification, which is concentric or related diversification, and unrelated or the unrelated is the second type of diversification. So what is related or concentric diversification? Here the company will expand by introducing new products which is related to the existing products. So their manufacturing process may be common, technology which is being used for existing products and new products may be the same, or they are selling to the same group of customers. So the company does follows this related or concentric diversification when the industry is not very attractive. The current industry where they are doing business in is not very attractive, and they are in a strong position, competitive position. So they will try to diversify into related business areas. So the second type of diversification strategy is unrelated or conglomerate diversification. So here the company diversifies into unrelated products. They may go into different industries. The purpose may be to increase their profits, revenues, to make use of their existing capabilities. So, like Reliance, like I told you, they diversified into organized retail, which is a high growth industry, and they wanted to get more profits. So it has diversified into so many industries like textiles, petrochemicals, communication, retail, etc. So this the purpose of unrelated or conglomerate diversification is company wants to strengthen its competitive position in the market and also to increase their profits. So the advantages of diversification strategy is company can reduce their risk. By focusing only on one business, the risk will be more. If they spread their business into different industries, then the risk will be spread. So their chances of survival will be more. So they do not keep all the eggs in one basket. They will have a portfolio which is diversified. That means they will be doing business in different areas of the business environment. So this helps them to maximize their returns. Whatever investment they have done, they will get maximum returns, and this also improves their productivity. They can serve a very diverse group of customers, and they can diversify into different markets, which will bring them more profits, and they will uh, be able to make optimum use of their existing capabilities. So next we come to integration strategies. Integration strategy is where the company tries to add up to the present activities of their business. So they want to increase profits, they want to serve customers more efficiently, then they follow integration strategy. So there are two types of integration: vertical integration and horizontal integration. Vertical integration is again of two types: forward vertical integration or backward vertical integration. So, a vertical integration is where the company will add a new business which is complementary to their existing business. So, what is vertical forward integration? The company will take up the distribution of their own products. So, they will do the finishing and distribution of their own products. This is called as downstream expansion. Like for example, Raymond, they sell only through their exclusive retail outlets, so that they take care of distribution of their own products. That is vertical forward integration. So, what are the advantages? By following this strategy, the company gets more sales and profits. They need not hire distributors. They don't need intermediaries or middlemen. So their distribution cost comes down greatly because they only are handling their distribution transportation, handling of products. So all their costs will come down greatly. And the disadvantages of vertical forward integration is the company will compete directly with their customers. Like, for example, a company which was manufacturing LCD panels and they were supplying to those customers who were manufacturing LCD TVs. When they take over the manufacturing of LCD TVs, by following a vertical forward integration, then they start competing with their customers. So vertical forward integration has to be done on a large scale, and the problems can arise, many problems like technology may be different like the company which is trying to do its own distribution and finishing, their processes may be different. So the company has to be very careful when they go decide to go for vertical forward integration. So vertical backward integration is where the company supplies its own raw materials. They produce and supply their own raw materials. This is upstream process. So here the company will not take over suppliers. It will only supply its own raw material. So like for example, Reliance, they need oil, so they produce their own oil. They have the largest private oil refinery, so they produce their oil, do their oil exploration there, and which feeds into their industries as raw materials. So, what are the advantages of vertical backward integration? The company need not worry, they will get a steady supply of raw materials, so they don't have to rely on suppliers who may become powerful and charge more, and may supply low quality raw materials. So, the company need not worry about all that since they are only producing their own raw materials. So they get the best quality inputs. So their overall costs come down and their returns also becomes better. Disadvantages of this vertical backward integration is company is not able to access raw materials which may be available outside the company at lower prices. So they will not have that opportunity to access raw materials which may be cheaper outside. Another disadvantage is when company starts producing its own raw materials, it may become more inefficient in their operations, like public sector units who are not functioning at all good since they have become more and more inefficient. Horizontal integration strategy is also a kind of integration strategy where the company wants to maximize their profits. They want to make optimum use of their resources. So they acquire competitors. They acquire companies who are in the same industry, and they acquire them and try to become more powerful in the industry. So, what are the advantages of horizontal integration strategy is the per unit cost of the company comes down. So, they are able to expand their operations. They are able to achieve economies of scale, and they also can provide differentiated products. That means they can provide products which are very different from others to their customers. So the customers will buy more of their products, and this will give the company competitive advantage. So the company can do their business at low cost and increase their market share and also achieve product differentiation. So they can also, by merging with their competitors, they can bring down the competition in the market. and they can become more powerful in the market, and they can get increased bargaining power where they can charge higher prices to their customers and get more profits. So what are the disadvantages of this strategy is that the just like mergers, companies merge or companies acquire each other, this strategy also have does not create value. Horizontal integration also does not create value because you are trying to merge two different companies. The culture may be very different, so the employees may not like it. So it may lead to high employee turnover. That means more employees will start leaving the organization, and there will be too much of conflict when two companies try to integrate with each other. So all this will not be good for the company in the long run. They may lose their customers, and they may not be so powerful in the